This is Chris Harris's car and it needs some work. It is broken. The question is, how broken? Well, we've got the keys and today we're going to get this thing up on a ramp to see what's wrong with it. It's kind of Chris's daily. He smokes about Bristol in this thing and it looks like a Jag, but it's technically a Daimler Super V8. The way I look at it is it's an XJR. It's got the supercharged V8 in the front, but it's long wheelbase and has nice soft suspension. So it's someone that wants the performance of an XJR, but wants it to still feel like a sumptuous Jag. Daimler Super V8. They're very, very rare. Chris has bought this one and it's sprung an issue. I gather it has an engine warning light. So he's phoned up Swallows. It's now down here. Let's see what's up with it. Before looking at the specific engine issue, Chris asked the Swallows team to give it a vehicle health inspection, a general going over to get a picture of the overall condition of the car. We'll get to what's actually wrong with this car and why it's here, but you guys have done a vehicle inspection like you do with most cars that come in here. What is this here?
Yeah, so exactly as you said, every car that comes in for the workshop, we do a vehicle inspection. It's quite simple, it's just a traffic light system, red, amber, green, and we'll go top to bottom from anything that's needed for an MOT or service requirement for the vehicle.
Okay, and I know he got in touch about what's gone wrong with the car, but he's also said he kind of just wants it ran through as well. I get the feeling he really likes this, he just wants to kind of take care of it properly.
Yeah, exactly. From what he said, he absolutely loves the car, wants to give it a bit of a birthday. So we've got a fault that we'll talk about later, but we're just going through it top to bottom to see what advisory needs to be done on the vehicle.
Okay, well, if I remember when we looked at Richard's car, he had rust like in here, in both sides, pretty bad once you peeled it away. This car looks absolutely solid though. It may have even had some work done in the past there.
Yeah, it's actually original. That's how the original seam sealer should look from factory.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I believe this was owned by Jaguar, this vehicle, so it's been well kept, and it's only 30,000 miles. But exactly as you said, really common issue. In the corner of the wing there's a drain for the scuttle. That normally blocks and then overflows into the seal, which corrodes the seal basically. But genuinely, this car is nearly perfect underneath. It's almost like a Jap car.
Okay, cool. Slight leakage here, I'm seeing.
Yeah, very slight leak on the gearbox. I'm wondering if it's been overfilled at some point because it looks like it's come from the top of the breather and run down. Oh, okay. So what we've asked, said to Chris, we'll do is we'll clean it back up and reassess it in future.
There is some more amber and red though.
Yep, so we've got a red because it's an MOT failure and that's on the back of the car. Right. The lower shock bushes are basically split and leaking grease. On the bottom of the shock here there's a bush. Good news is that's replaceable separately to the damper. So it's a spherical bearing with grease filled and the rubber gator is split so it's leaked its grease. So that is an MOT failure, which is why we're going to replace those. 25-year-old car. Yep. And I've seen cars 5 years old that look worse than this. It's an absolute minter. Yeah, no, it really is. One, you don't see the Daimlers, they're just rare, and this mileage with this condition, it's definitely a keeper.
But there is a major issue with this car. That's the reason why it's here. So it's engine bay, right? So we'll get it down and have a look. After the health check, it was time to suss out the engine issue Chris had. So a couple of days ago, I was at the JEC track day, thanks to your invite, and Chris Harris just rocks up in this car. So he messaged you guys saying he had an issue, and he just turned up on the day. And what did you guys manage to find? Because you were straight in, plugging it in, figuring it out.
Yeah, exactly that. So he dropped us a quick message on Instagram, which we were a bit surprised about. Brought it along to the track day, had an engine management light, and he said it was rough running on idle. The good news is it was pretty obvious, but we basically popped the bonnet and we could hear an exhaust blow. John scanned it, got some codes out of the car as well, and it was pretty straightforward. But we found a broken EGR pipe. As you can see, there's a pretty significant crack in the flexi, and it actually looks like it's already been repaired previously. So due to the cyber attack, we don't know if these are available at the moment. So what we're going to do to keep him on the road is cut this bellow out and replace it and then refit to the car, and that should be his issue all resolved.
Okay, well, lovely car. It's good that it's an easy fix rather than it being anything crazy. So yeah, it's basically just waiting for a new one of these, or you're just going to chop that out.
Yeah, we're going to have to repair it for the moment, and then you can get back on the road with it.
Sure, okay, well, easy stuff.
the car was in the workshop, the Swallows team replaced some bushes and ball joints, gave the car an alignment, and then repaired the EGR pipe, did the timing chains for good measure because Jaguar V8, and gave the car a Lanagard treatment too.
We've just stopped off and I wanted to investigate what CD was in the player, and lo and behold, there's a huge collection in here. Now, Chris has DM'd us and said that they're not his, but I'm sorry. This first CD I've looked at has got CH written on it in marker, so they are yours, Chris. We've got now forgotten hits of the 80s. Bit of Orbital, The Cores, Rocky 5. Interesting. Lego Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Out. I think we'll skip that one. Now that's why I call music 103. Are they in the hundreds now? Just think what they were when I was kids. They clearly like the CDs. These ones look like they've been burned as well. I reckon there's some Chris Harris mixtapes going on in here. Dan Brown remix. Okay, we're intruding into his life now, but the man likes a CD. So that was a quick and easy one. Chris had an issue with his Daimler and he knew what Swallows was all about, so he gave them a quick ring. The car got booked in, it's come down, and it had that EGR pipe fixed. And while it's been down to the workshop, they've inspected it, and a couple of slightly worn bushes have been sorted out, so it's now good to go. The thing is, some of you may know, Chris Harris also has an XJS, and he's looking to modify it. Now, Swallows do a lot of mods on those cars and also prep a lot of racing cars. So I've got a feeling when he comes down to the workshop and has a bit of a look around, he could be coming back with another car fairly soon. Maybe. We'll see what he thinks. What cars would you like to see on the Swallows channel in future? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one. I now get to drive this back to the workshop. Today's been a win. What CD should we pick next? Now 106 or whatever.